every year, New Year's comes along and everybody sets these big grandiose goals. It's gonna be my year. It's gonna be my year. And almost none of you motherfuckers ever accomplish your goals or even come close. I want you to know it's not your fault. The reason that happens is because you don't know shit about success. We're gonna fix that here today. So when it comes to success, when it comes to succeeding, right? And it comes to accomplishing your goals, you might set this some big ass grandiose goal. You might say, hey man, I wanna be a millionaire, right? Now that's a big ass goal, right? The problem is with these big ass goals, it doesn't tell you what to do tomorrow, right? What do you do right now to accomplish your big ass goal, right? Because your big ass goal is what's called a lagging indicator, meaning you don't know what happened until it's over. For example, a good example of a lagging indicator would be my son's report card. Of course, he gets all A's. He's the son of King Keto. Of course, he's gonna get all A's, right? But the all A's, the A is a lagging indicator. A leading indicator would be him doing his homework every day, right? Him showing up to class every day. These are leading indicators, right? A leading indicator is the actual process to accomplishing your big ass goals. So it's the process to the big ass goals. Now here's the thing. You guys set these big ass goals that you want to accomplish. But if you're only looking at where you are versus the big ass goal, you're going to be sad because you're so far away from that. You motherfuckers aren't even close. So you're going to be sad. However, you can be happy right now if you're looking at the leading indicators. It's showing that you're making progress, right? It's progress versus perfection. So a lot of people, you know, we've all been here. You look at these big ass goal you have, you're like, oh, I'm so far away from it. And then you get fucking sad, right? But you focus on the process, you focus on the leading indicators, then you can be like, oh, I'm making progress every day. You can be happy every day because you're on your way. Let me explain this. So right here is your big ass goal. You gotta get in your bag, right? You gotta get in your bag, big ass goal. The very first thing you need to do is to figure out what are the leading indicators. What are the things that, if done consistently, would make actually accomplishing your big ass goal impossible for you to fail? For example, a good fitness one would be, let's say you're trying to lose weight. Well, a leading indicator, hey, is this person burning more calories than he consumes every day? If so, guess what? We don't even have to look at the goal. We don't even have to think about the goal because he's doing the things every day. And we kind of just know if he keeps that up, there's no way he can fail. I hope you guys are getting this. If a child is studying every day, not skipping school, paying attention in class, and turning in his homework every day, we can naturally assume that he's going to get good grades. Because we're looking at the leading indicators. Then the lagging indicators are just results, right? That's the problem. Lagging indicators are basically just results. They're just results of leading indicators. So we got to figure out what are the leading indicators and focus 100% on them. Now, once you have that, it's critical that you are actually tracking them. You can look at the leading indicators and see if you're actually performing them every day. So for my students who I teach how to build their online fitness business, we give them tracking sheets. There's certain things that if they do them every day, we know they'll succeed in their online fitness business. It'd be impossible to fail. So we track it every day on their sheets, and they're supposed to just, little spreadsheets, nothing fancy, but I can see them and my staff can see them. The coaches can see them. So when somebody's like, oh man, I didn't make no money. All you gotta do is look at the sheets and be like, oh, no shit, asshole. You weren't doing the stuff. I could have looked at this shit last week and knew you wasn't gonna make no money. I digress. And I do that shit for myself too. For example, I created this in Notion. This was the month of August last month. This is just 1 month, right? I put together a bunch of leading indicators for things that I wanted to accomplish. These aren't goals. These are the things that lead to my goals. For example, I have workout, AM meditation, PM meditation, track my macros, get 7 hours of sleep. Mint.com I go in there every day and I track my spending, right? Every transaction, I categorize it and make sure, looking at my net worth, baller shit. Flex pitch, don't worry about that. That's some secret I can't tell you about, but it's important to me. That's why there's a happy money sign next to it, right? It's something that will actually move the needle. Spanish practice, right? And then study. I have to study every day. I read about 2 hours every day, read or study. That's why I'm so much smarter than you. And then I have to work on content every day. And then, time I spent with my girlfriend and then the date. Now here's the thing. These are leading indicators for the goals that I want to accomplish. They're not the goal. I don't even have to think of the goal. And what I do is I have it in here every day. Boom. It's just a habit tracker. And then at the end of the month, okay, man, I did this shit 80. I worked out 87% of the days that month, right? Which makes sense, right? Because, you got to take some rest days. I did my AM meditation 96% of the days. PM meditation, it slipped a few times, right? But I'm still doing it most days. That's why I'm so much calmer and cooler than you, right? Because I meditate. I track my macros every day. I did that 100% of the time. That's why I'm ripped as fuck, right? Oh, he's on steroids. He's doing this. He's doing that. Blah, 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 blah. I am on TRT. I'm 40. But there's a lot of people on TRT who don't look like me, right? It's this. Do they track their macros every fucking day meticulously? Fuck no, right? Then how many hours of sleep I get? 7. I'm trying to get 7 hours of sleep. I did that most days. Boom, right? I did my financial stuff at mint.com most days. Money's important to me, so 96% of the days. Come on, right? The flex pitch, I can't tell you what that is. It's a secret thing, but it makes me a lot of money, so I'll make sure I do it. I did it 84% of the days. That's what's up. Here's where it gets crazy. Look at Spanish, practicing Spanish. Right? So if you can look at the leading indicators and you can see how I don't have to tell you how well I speak Spanish. You can just look at the leading indicators, right? And there's no one to blame but myself. And then, do I study every day? Of course, I did that shit almost every day. Boom, working on content if I work on the content almost every day, you shouldn't be surprised that I've put out so much content over the last few months, right? Spend time with my girlfriend, boom, average about 3.5 hours a day. You know what it is, man. Like, these are leading indicators for bigger goals that I have, and I track them. This is why I know what's up. What I use an app called Notion, right? But you could do this with a spreadsheet, with a Google spreadsheet. Like, I've done this with Google spreadsheets in the past. Notion's just a little cleaner and cooler, and I use Notion for a lot of things, but it's not like better. Tracking. Then you have to schedule it, and you put these things in your Google Calendar, and you plan out when you're going to do the things, when you're going to perform the leading indicators, right? This way you don't leave it to chance. It's not like, if I have time, if I get around to it, I'm going to try to do it. That's fucking stupid as hell if it's important to you. No. I'm not going to find time. I'm not going to try to find time like a dork. I'm going to make time in my calendar. I'm going to schedule it and make an appointment for myself and do it like a G. Right. So now that you schedule it in your calendar, because you have to You have to plan this stuff. Right. With that, people don't plan to fail. They fail to plan. And then what gets measured gets managed. Right. So you have to measure it. When you have the leading indicators and they're in your calendar, now you have a plan. When you have the leading indicators and you're tracking it, now you can measure it. You get what I'm saying? And once you're tracking it and it's in your calendar, now you have control over your future. And then you get in your bag. Your big ass goals. Next thing you know, you in your bag. And the beauty of it is, if you are following the process and looking at the leading indicators every day and tracking them, you're making sure they get done. You don't even have to look at the goal because you'll fucking know. You can look at this month and you can tell, oh yeah, this motherfucker's probably going to get ripped. He's tracking his macros. He's working out almost every day. He's meditating. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's sleeping 7 hours a night, almost every night. Boom. He's getting good sleep. He's getting good workout. He's tracking his finances. He's doing his business shit. He's studying. He's spending time with his girlfriend. It look like this motherfucker's about to have a good life. I can show you that. You can predict what my life is going to look like in the following months. This way you don't leave shit up to chance anymore. Right? You're tracking it. You're in control now. But if you just set a big ass goal, I want to be rich, right? It doesn't tell you what to do tomorrow. So set your big ass goal and then don't think about it anymore. Figure out what the leading indicators are. Track them. You can use even if it's just a spreadsheet. Even if you are marking on the wall like a prisoner, whatever it is, put it in your calendar so you schedule it. And you can't lose. All you have to do is look at the leading indicators every day. And here's the thing, one more thing. If you're looking at the big ass goal every day and that's all you're thinking about, you can fuck around and not be happy until you hit the goal. Let's say you do hit the goal. You feel like you're missing out or you're lacking or you're unfulfilled until you hit the goal. That's a problem. If you're looking at the leading indicators, then I can just look at every day. Boom. All I have to do is look at today, is make today a victory. Just check everything else on my list today. And if I get a row where all of them are checked off, then today is a victory, right? And I can win today. And if you win every day in a week, now you've won the week. If you win every week in a month, you've won the month. If you win every month in the year, you've won the year. And if you win every year in your life, you win at life just like me.